Sanjay, can you start? I think we can start the function now.
Okay, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
A very warm good evening to all. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you for today's session titled by An Insight into Minor Degree for Department of Mechanical Engineering and IEEE Student Branch, APA Student Branch Chapter, and Women in Engineering of Ahalya School of Engineering and Technology. The session is handled by Mr. Dhanesh sir. He is the Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering of Ahalya School of Engineering and Technology. At first, I would like to welcome our Principal, Dr. P.R. Sri Mahadevan Pillai sir, for today's session. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Please proceed.
I welcome our speaker, Mr. Dhanesh sir, for the session. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
And I welcome all the HODs and faculty members for the session. Finally, I would like to welcome all the participants for the session. Welcome all. Participants, please mute your mic and turn off your cameras. In case of any queries, you can ask at the end of the session or you can put it in the chat box. Feedback link will be posted on the chat box at the end of the session. Only those who fill the form will get the certificate. Once again, I welcome you all. I invite Dhanesh sir for taking the session. Sir, it's all yours.
Yeah. So am I
Arya, you missed to welcome the Vice Principal. He is also present. Okay.
Okay, sir.
so am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just 1 second. Let me just share the screen 1 second. Yeah. So good evening to honorable person here. Myself Dhanesh. I'm from Mechanical Engineering Department. So I'll be giving you a brief insight into what is a minor degree offered by the KTU University. One of the major reasons why I wanted to talk about this is that it's a golden opportunity for you people to explore an area other than your area of specialization. And it has got a great value if you do an additional course. So it's something which excited me a lot when I happened to see the 2019 regulation. And currently in this present second year, there are around 20 students doing a minor degree on machine learning, which is really good. So I'll be so happy that in the next batch, I'll be able to see many more students turning up in various areas of specialization. Okay. So first of all, why you need a minor degree? So as we all know, in this present area of technology or demand, one should be technically qualified and they should have additional skills so as they will be having greater demand. And in the job market or in any other area, apart from your area specialization, you should be equipped with something other than your common area. And along with that, it gives you a platform for a student to explore his area of interest, apart from being their area. For example, I'm a mechanical engineering graduate, and I may have some other area of interest. For example, I can say recently I got into the machine learning area, and I was interested in that area. So I started exploring that area. So this minor degree gives you a platform to explore other areas apart from your normal routine studies. And along with that, getting and upgrading yourself in another area will give you one step ahead of your competitors in your job market or in any other field of technology. And along with that, a student will be having a platform to get exposed to the various interdisciplinary areas of the engineering technology sector. So for these, all these things, you should do a minor degree in the next semester onwards. Okay. Now coming to what is a minor. So minor is something which the university introduced in their 2019 curriculum. Okay. And the major purpose behind this was to equip the students with the latest trends in the technology apart from their normal studies. So a student will be able to attain a minor degree if he or she is able to attain the corresponding credits as set by the university. Okay. So a student can choose a minor based on his or her interest. And these corresponding various areas will be offered by the departments in the form of baskets. For example, I can say the computer science can offer a minor on the basket for machine learning. Similarly, I can say EC can of electronics and communication will be offering a basket on telecommunication. So each department will offer a set of baskets, and a student can choose the corresponding basket based on his choice. But it should satisfy the regulations that is mentioned by the university. So that is what basically minor is all about. That means you'll be able to study a course other than your normal degree. That means if you are a civil engineering student, you'll be getting a platform where you can study another subjects in any other branches, for example, CSE. So that's the opportunity which a student gets by opting for a minor. So once you are opting for a minor, once you are getting passed out, you'll be having along with your main degree a minor degree. So that's the advantage which you get. Why? By opting a minor. So what is the eligibility? The regulation says that any BTech student is eligible. That means even if you happens to get any backlog or supplementary in your first year, that doesn't prevent you from registering for a minor course. A backlog in your regular paper is not a criteria for registering for minor degree. So all the students can register for minor degree if they're interested. Along with that, the university has set a limitation of batch size. That is, it should be 20 plus or minus 10% and 60 plus or minus 10%. That means there should be minimum students of 18 in a batch so as to allow the minor degree. That means, for example, if you're opting a minor degree on, say, machine learning, there should be a minimum students of 18 in this class so that that subject can be offered by the corresponding department. If the criteria is not satisfied, you won't be able to register that course. So while choosing the corresponding course, you should make sure that this criteria is getting satisfied. That is, the minimum criteria and the maximum criteria is getting satisfied. And normally, the registration for the minor begins at the beginning of the third semester. That means currently you are in your first semester. So when you get into, by say July, August, your registration starts. So normally your advisor will ask you about the minor and your interest. At that point, you can choose what is your area of interest. Along with that, each department will be publishing the bucket which they are giving to students. Based on that, you can choose the corresponding subject. And the requirement is that a student should get an additional 20 credits so that he is eligible for minor degree. So apart from your normal credits, you should get additional 20 credits. That means actually around 5 subjects. Okay. So if a student is able to get additional 20 credits, that student will be eligible to be awarded a minor degree on the corresponding subject. So that is a eligibility criteria for a minor degree. Now, coming into the minor selection, as I said earlier, each department will be offering a set of courses based on buckets. Okay, so either say computer science or EC, EEE, mechanical, civil, etc. Each department will be offering a certain buckets of subjects, and you can opt from that subject. But the main thing is that a EC student cannot opt a minor offered by EC department. Similarly, a CSE student can't opt a minor offered by CSE department. So he should opt a minor offered by another department. That's a major criteria. And in each bucket, you'll be having around 3 to 6 specialized courses. That means, say, mechanical is offering a minor on material science. So under material science course, you'll be having a set of 3 to 6 courses in that condition. And each minor basket is based on a foundation course. That means there will be a basic foundation course on each basket. As I said earlier, machine learning. So in the minor machine learning, the machine learning is the basic foundation course. And based on that foundation course, we'll be having advanced course on the corresponding condition. So this is how a minor is being set up. So each department will be offering a set of buckets, and each bucket will be having a set of 3 to 6 courses for the minor, and each one will be having foundation course along with that advanced courses on that. So that is basically about the arrangement of buckets in a minor course. Now, and if a student is meeting all these required conditions, he will be awarded a minor degree in degree certificate as the following form. That is, Bachelor of Technology in your area, for example, civil engineering, with minor in, say, power electronics, for example. So this is how your certificate looks like. So if the student is going with the certificate, it has got its own value. So when you go for an interview or some other job openings, when a person sees you with this criteria, you'll be having a greater advantage compared to your other fellow competitors. So you should aim to get a minor degree with this corresponding condition. But however, once you register the minor degree, and suppose you are not able to attain the 20 credits, that means due to some reasons you are getting failed, you are getting a backlog. For example, you cleared the first 2 papers. When coming into the 3rd paper, you got a backlog. That means you are failing to meet the condition for a minor degree. In such a situation, you will not be awarded a minor degree. So I repeat, to get a minor degree, you should be able to meet all the 20 credits. If you are not able to meet that, you won't be awarded the minor degree. So you should be very careful on that you'll be able to clear all the 20 credits. However, if you have cleared 2 papers and you are losing in 3rd paper, the first 2 papers will be shown on your grade card. So whatever papers you have passed will be highlighted on your grade card when you get in your final year. So the credits you earned till your backlog or till your failure will be reflected on the corresponding grade card. Okay. Yeah. So we said that you should attain 20 credits to meet the requirement for a minor degree. The criteria is that you should get 20 credits. Out of these 20 credits, it is split into 2, that is 12 and 8. These 12 credits should be earned by the list of courses mentioned in the curriculum. I said earlier you got a bucket. So these 12 credits should be earned from the courses listed in the curriculum for minor. Okay. And among these 12, your 1 course will be a minor project. So out of 12, your 1 will be minor project, which can be done in your either 7th semester or 8th semester. So I'll repeat again, out of 20, you need to attain 12 plus 8. The 12 should be attained from the list of bucket courses, and the remaining of that 1 is a minor project, which you should do either in your 7th semester or 8th semester. Now the balance 8 credits should be acquired by undergoing MOOC courses. That means that person should be able to, the university publishes a list of approved MOOC courses. For example, NPTEL. NPTEL is the most widely followed MOOC courses. So the KT will be publishing a list of approved MOOC courses. So the remaining 8 credits should be should be taken by students satisfying this criteria by the Board of Studies. So this is how you will be able to attain the 20 credits. The major point is that you won't be having any supplementary examination for a minor degree. That means you should clear all the papers of minor in your first attempt. You won't be having a second chance to clear the minor subject. So a failure in any subject means that your minor degree will get cancelled at that particular point. So make sure that you are able to clear the examination at the first attempt. So that is about the selection of minor. Now, I said earlier about the baskets. So I shown here a minor basket for civil engineering. You can see here we got 3 buckets and 3 specialization. One is structural engineering construction, geotechnical, environmental engineering. So on these 3 buckets, you have got 6 subjects, close to 6, of which your last year is devoted to mini project, and others you have got 4 subjects in which you should opt any 2, either building drawing or structural mechanics, etc. So you should opt minimum 2 in these 4 subjects along with minor project. That gives you 12 credits. The remaining 8 should be completed by MOOC course. So that is a criteria for the minor condition. So each department will be announcing which bucket they are offering. For example, if a civil is offering a bucket 1, so you should complete these conditions. You should opt any 2 subjects in this along with minor project plus the corresponding 2 MOOC courses. This will enable you to be eligible for awarding minor degree. I repeat, a civil engineering student cannot opt any bucket in this branch. This will be eligible for other branches, not for civil engineering students. And this one is for computer science, a minor basket in computer science. Here you can see again you have got 3 buckets: software engineering, machine learning, and networking. So you can opt in a similar way. Okay, so you can see here in software engineering you have got OOP, methodology, software engineering, testing, mini project, etc. So similarly, as I said earlier, CSE will be offering a bucket which a student can opt, and if that is meeting the minimum requirement of 18 students, that will be offered for that, and you can continue learning on the subject. Currently, CS is offering a bucket 2, that is machine learning, and currently I think 18 is the number of strength who is studying machine learning. Similarly, this is the bucket for EC, electronics communication, VLSI system, communication, signal processing. This is about electrical engineering, drives and electronics, power engineering, control engineering. So you can see all these 4 branches are offering 3 buckets, and each bucket has got a set of 6 subjects, 4 and mini project which should be done either in your S7 or S8. And coming into choosing a minor in your electrical degree, it's especially mentioned for EC students. Okay, so suppose a EC student is opting a bucket in electrical engineering. You should make sure that on the subject, that is, say if you're opting power engineering, at least 2 subjects in this should be out of their parent subject, parent branch subject. For example, out of these 4, if the 3 subjects are getting covered in their parent branch, it will be difficult for them to opt this bucket. Okay, and if such a condition is not mentioned, you should satisfy the criteria by doing extra MOOC course. So generally it is said that you should do 2 MOOC course, but suppose you are failing to meet this criteria number 1, in such a case you should do extra MOOC course so that you'll be able to attain the 20 credits. That is the main criteria related to electrical electronics engineering minor. It's especially applicable to circuit branch like EC, CSE, etc. So if an EC student is opting a minor in electrical engineering, you should look into this condition. That means at least 2 courses in the basket should be different from the parent branch curriculum. And if that is not met, the extra one should be done by MOOC course. And this one is a corresponding minor basket for mechanical engineering, mechanics, machine learning, fluid and thermal, materials manufacturing. I have just shown here 5 branches because we have got 5 branches. We have got minor in all of the branches. Even you have got a minor in entrepreneurship. So I just mentioned here the minor in 5 branches, which is in our college actually. So you have got minor in other branches as well. Even the university recently announced a minor in entrepreneurship. So this is what is basically a minor basket. So once the department publishes their corresponding their offering subjects, students can choose the area of their choice. For example, if students in civil are opting for bucket 2, they can opt that satisfying the regulations. And especially if the EC students are opting for machine learning, you should meet that criteria. So it's what basically minor is all about. So I would request each one of you to register for the minor degree in your 3rd semester. Don't go back, come ahead. Don't go for the typical way of education. Come forward and try to learn new things, which will be indeed beneficial for you in your future days. So maybe you may have to study extra subject, doesn't matter, but put in that extra effort. Don't go back. Rather, take this challenge and try to get a minor degree when you're passing out. It will really benefit you, take my word. So especially from my point of view, if you're taking a minor in machine learning, there's got a great demand because right now, machine learning is the main thing, the heart of everything. So if a student is opting a machine learning minor, the moment he gets in passing out, he'll be having greater demand in the field of engineering. Because machine learning can be interdisciplinary. It is not just CSE. Even mechanical student can opt for machine learning. So similarly, based on area of interest, you should at least choose one minor degree and try to complete that. So that is my sincere request to each one of you. So don't go back, come forward, take this challenge, and try to attain a minor degree when you're passing out. So that's what I have to say. That's all. Thank you. If any queries, please do ask.
Thank you, sir. That was a wonderful session. Now it's time for queries. Participants, if you're having any queries, you can put it in the chat box.
Yeah, extra classes. Actually, the university, according to university timetable, you'll be having hours allotted for the minor class, say 3 or 4 hours. You'll be having weekly 4 hours for minor class exclusively in the timetable. So you'll be having classes taken by a staff. You'll be going as a normal subject only. Is it clear? Yeah. Any more queries?
See, I have a doubt why these people are not taking minors that much. Very few people have taken now. They're afraid.
So I think one may be due to lack of awareness of subject or maybe fear of passing that. That's what I feel.
Okay, but I think class-wise also, even this program only 44 people have attended. That means they don't want to learn about it also. Somebody is asking, is there any extra fees for minor degree? No, there is no extra fees. Only examination fees they have to pay. College doesn't charge any other fee.
And also the main course, no, the minor is not affecting your main course. If it doesn't clear minor, it will not affect your main degree. Both are going parallel. So it won't affect your main degree. Yeah, one can take only one minor degree actually. Exam fees, I'm not sure of that, but I think it's equivalent to your normal subject fees, examination fee. I think 200 is the amount. I'm not sure of that. I think it's 200 per subject. Maybe rupees 200.
Yeah, I told exam fees because when additional purpose are there, those purpose exam fees are there. That's all. Nothing extra. Only those purpose extra fees have to be paid. Whatever paper somebody has to study.
Any more queries? I think none.
Ganesh sir, I had one query.
Yeah.
Depending on the timetable, roughly in a semester, how many subjects will it come to extra other than the
So
normal
one subject.
in a semester? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you. So currently, S3 is doing a minor machine learning, one course on that, extra subject. Next semester, maybe they can offer a MOOC course. Then again, maybe S5, they can go for another curriculum-based course, additional. They can go in such a pattern.
And a new UGC norm has come by which 20% of the courses can be MOOC courses. In that case, the minor degree course can be entirely MOOC in the coming days. They may not have to, because 20% courses can be credited from elsewhere. Maybe very good NPTEL courses or Coursera courses like that. That is going to happen. So I think even without attending extra classes in college, students will be able to do minor degrees. I hope by next year it may convert to that.
Any more queries? Sir, I think no more queries are there.
Okay.
So can we wind up?
Yeah, fine.
Arya, you can post that feedback link.
Yes, sir, Kavishiji will post.
Okay.
Oh, sir. So I thank our principal, Dr. P.R. Sri Mahadevan Pillai, sir, for his valuable presence. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I thank Dr. Krishna Kumar Kishore, sir, a vice principal and IEEE student branch of Asset. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Hari.
I thank our speaker, Dhanesh, sir, for the wonderful session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And I thank all the HODs and faculty members for your valuable presence. Thank you all. Last but not the least, I thank all the participants. Thank you all. Once again, I thank you all. Feedback link will be posted. So everyone please fill the form.
One feedback link is posted there. All participants are requested to fill that form before leaving.